Do people look through you instead of at you these days? Have you felt yourself slowly becoming invisible in a world that used to notice you? And deep down, do you wonder if this is just what getting older means? I need you to hear something important. You are not invisible. You've just been hiding behind a haircut that was never designed for this stage of your life. The wrong cut after 60 can make your beautiful features disappear. It can hollow out your face, emphasize every line, and make you look tired even when you're not. But here's the incredible news. The right haircut does the complete opposite. It brings back the sparkle. It lifts your face. It makes people stop and look at you again. Not because you're trying to look 30, but because you finally look like the vibrant, alive woman you actually are. Let me show you the 7 cuts that are changing everything for women our age. Here's something most hairstylists won't tell you. The haircut that looks stunning on you at 40 might be the exact thing aging you at 60. Your face changes, your hair texture changes, your skin tone shifts. But so many women keep the same cut for decades, wondering why they look older and more tired every year. It's not your fault. Nobody teaches us this. Nobody sits us down and explains that after 60, certain lengths drag your face down. Certain styles emphasize thinning. Certain cuts create shadows that make you look exhausted even after 8 hours of sleep. But that ends today. In this video, I'm breaking down 7 specific haircuts that are making women over 60 look 5, 10, even 15 years younger, without touching a single cosmetic procedure. These aren't complicated styles that require an hour every morning. These are low-maintenance cuts designed to work with your natural texture, with your face shape, and with the natural changes that come with this beautiful stage of life. I'll show you exactly what each cut looks like, who it works best for, and most importantly, why it takes years off your appearance. By the end, you'll know exactly which one to ask for at your next salon visit. So if you're ready to finally stop fighting your hair and start letting it work for you, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a video like this. Now, let's get into the first cut. And trust me, this one is a game changer. Haircut 1. The lifted bob. Let's start with the single most transformative haircut for women over 60, and I call it the lifted bob. Now, before you say I've tried a bob before and it didn't work, hear me out. This isn't your grandmother's bob. This isn't the flat, helmet-shaped cut that was popular decades ago. The lifted bob is specifically designed to do one thing: lift your entire face upward. Here's how it works. The cut sits right at the jawline, or slightly above. The back is subtly graduated, meaning it's slightly shorter at the nape, and angles down toward the front. This creates natural volume at the crown, the area most women over 60 desperately need it. Why does this matter? Because as we age, our face naturally starts to droop. Gravity pulls everything downward. Our cheeks sag slightly. Our jawline softens. The last thing we need is hair that follows that same downward direction. The lifted bob fights gravity. It creates the illusion of height. It draws the eye upward toward your cheekbones instead of down toward your neck. And that subtle lift at the back, it makes your entire posture look better. You look more alert, more vibrant, more alive. This cut works especially well for women with fine to medium hair. If your hair has become thinner over the years, the graduation adds instant body without requiring tons of product or styling time. Most women can wash, add a small amount of volumizing mousse, and blow dry in under 10 minutes. If you have a rounder face, ask your stylist to keep the front pieces slightly longer. This elongates your face and prevents the cut from making you look wider. If you have a longer face, keep it more uniform in length to add width and balance. The lifted bob is timeless. It's elegant. And it takes years off almost every woman who tries it. Haircut 2. The feathered frame. Haircut number 2 is what I call the feathered frame, and this one is all about your face. Here's the problem with most haircuts after 60. They either hide your face completely or expose it in harsh, unflattering ways. The feathered frame does neither. Instead, it creates soft, wispy layers around your face that act like a picture frame around a beautiful painting. Think about it. You wouldn't put a masterpiece in an ugly frame. You'd choose something that enhances it. That draws attention to the beauty inside. That's exactly what the feathered frame does for your features. The cut involves delicate, face-framing layers that start around your cheekbones and blend seamlessly into the rest of your hair. These aren't chunky, heavy layers from the 80 seconds. These are subtle, feathered pieces that move naturally and soften every angle. Why does this take years off your face? Because harsh lines age us. Sharp angles age us. But soft, flowing movement around the face, that's youthful. That's fresh. That's alive. This cut is particularly stunning for women who have developed more prominent lines around their mouth or forehead. The feathered pieces draw attention toward the center of your face, your eyes, your smile, and away from areas you might feel self-conscious about. The feathered frame works beautifully on medium to long hair, but it can be adapted for shorter lengths too. The key is those soft, wispy pieces that kiss your cheekbones and blend into the rest of your style. One more benefit: this cut grows out beautifully. You won't be rushing back to the salon every 4 weeks because the layers blend naturally as they lengthen. For busy women who don't want high-maintenance hair, this is a dream. Haircut 3. The modern shag. Haircut number 3 might surprise you. It's the modern shag. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Shags are for young people. Shags are messy. Shags are too trendy for someone over 60. And if you're picturing the shag cuts from the 1970 seconds, I understand your hesitation, but the modern shag has evolved. And for women over 60, it might be the most effortlessly youthful option on this entire list. Here's what makes the modern shag different. It's built on layers, lots of them, but these layers are strategically placed to create movement, texture, and volume exactly where you need it most. The crown gets lift, the sides get softness, the ends get that pixie, lived-in texture that looks effortlessly cool. Why does this work for our age group? Because the modern shag embraces what aging hair does naturally. If your hair has become wavier with age, the shag works with it. If your hair has thinned, the layers create the illusion of fullness. If your hair has become drier and more textured, the shag makes that look intentional. This cut says, I'm confident, I'm stylish, I don't take myself too seriously. It has energy, it has personality, and it takes decades off because it refuses to look dated or matronly. The modern shag works on almost every hair type and face shape. For rounder faces, keep the layers longer around the jaw. For longer faces, add more volume at the sides. For heart-shaped faces, focus the fullness around the chin. Styling is surprisingly simple. Add some texturizing spray, scrunch with your fingers, and let it air dry. The beauty of the modern shag is that it's supposed to look a little undone. Perfection is not the goal, effortless movement is. If you're feeling stuck in a style rut and want something that feels fresh and modern, the modern shag might be your answer. Haircut 4. The sculpted pixie. Haircut number 4 takes courage, but the results are absolutely stunning. I call it the sculpted pixie. Let me be honest with you. Not every woman wants to go short, and that's completely fine. But if you've been curious about a pixie cut, if you've been secretly admiring women who rock short hair, if you've wondered whether you could pull it off, this section is for you. The sculpted pixie is not the severe, boyish cuts you might be imagining. This version is deliberately feminine. It's shaped. It's styled. It's designed to enhance every beautiful feature on your face. Here's what makes the sculpted pixie work for women over 60. First, it removes all the weight that might be dragging your face down. Instantly. In one haircut, you eliminate inches of heavy hair and replace it with lightness and lift. The effect is immediate. You look more alert, more energized, more vibrant. Second, the sculpted pixie puts your bone structure on full display. Your cheekbones become the star. Your eyes become the focus. Your neck appears longer and more elegant. There's nowhere to hide, and that's exactly the point. You're not hiding anymore. Third, this cut is incredibly low maintenance. Wash, towel dry, add a tiny bit of pomade or wax. Done. For women tired of spending precious morning minutes fighting with their hair, this is liberation. Now, The sculpted pixie does require commitment. It needs regular trims to maintain its shape, typically every 4 to 6 weeks, and it takes confidence to rock. But the women who take the leap, they almost never go back. This cut works especially well for women with defined cheekbones, strong jawlines, and expressive eyes. If you've been blessed with beautiful bone structure, why are you covering it up? Let it shine. Haircut 5. The cascading layers. Haircut number 5 is for the women who aren't ready to go short and don't want to. I call it the cascading layers. This cut proves that long hair absolutely can look youthful, elegant, and age-appropriate after 60. The key is all in the layers. Here's what happens when women over 60 keep long hair with no layers. It falls flat against the head. It drags the face downward. It looks heavy, dated, and often stringy at the ends. The length itself isn't the problem, it's the lack of shape and movement. The cascading layers solve every one of those issues. This cut involves long, flowing layers that start around the collarbone and cascade down toward the ends. Each layer is blended seamlessly into the next, creating gorgeous movement that catches the light and appears full of life. The crown gets subtle, shorter layers to create lift and prevent that flat, deflated look so many women struggle with. The ends are texturized to remove bulk and add that wispy, youthful finish. Why does this take years off? Because youthful hair moves. It bounces. It catches the light. It has life. Flat, heavy. One-length hair does none of those things. The cascading layers bring back that movement you remember from when you were younger. This cut is perfect for women with medium to thick hair who love their length and aren't willing to sacrifice it. You keep the length you love while gaining all the benefits of shape, volume, and movement. Styling is simple. Blow dry with a round brush, focusing on lifting at the roots. The layers will naturally fall into place and create that beautiful, cascading effect. For special occasions, large, loose curls take this cut to another level entirely. Long hair after 60 is absolutely possible when you do it right. Haircut 6, the textured crop. Haircut number 6 is bold, modern, and absolutely liberating. I call it the textured crop. This cut sits somewhere between a pixie and a short bob, and it's having a major moment right now among stylish women over 60. It's short enough to be easy and breezy, but long enough to offer styling versatility. The textured crop features choppy, piecey layers throughout. Unlike a classic smooth bob, this cut is deliberately textured. It has movement, it has edge, it has personality. Here's why this cut works magic for aging. The texture creates instant volume. Every choppy layer adds lift and fullness, making even the thinnest hair look thick and vibrant. For women whose hair has become finer over the years, this is transformative. The short length also makes your features pop. Your eyes look bigger, your cheekbones look higher, your neck looks longer and more elegant. It's incredible what removing a few inches of hair can do for your entire presence. But what I love most about the textured crop is the attitude it carries. This cut says, I know who I am. I'm confident. I'm modern. I'm not afraid to stand out. It refuses to be invisible. This cut works beautifully on straight, wavy, and even curly hair. The texture embraces whatever your natural pattern is and makes it look intentional. If you've been fighting your hair's natural texture for years, this cut finally lets you stop fighting. Styling takes minutes. Add some texturizing paste or cream, work it through with your fingers, and tousle. The messier it looks, the better. This is effortlessly cool, not perfectly polished. And that ease translates to confidence. For women ready to make a statement, the textured crop delivers. Haircut 7. The elegant lob. Our final haircut number 7 is perhaps the most universally flattering of them all. I call it the elegant lob. Lob stands for long bob, and this cut hits the sweet spot between short and long. It typically sits right around the collarbone, giving you enough length to pull back when needed, while still offering all the face-framing benefits of a shorter cut. Here's why the elegant lob works so beautifully for women over 60. First, it's incredibly versatile. You can wear it straight and sleek for a polished look. You can add waves for softness and romance. You can tuck it behind your ears for casual days or style it out for special occasions. One cut, endless possibilities. Second, the elegant lob creates beautiful balance. It's long enough to soften a longer face, but short enough to elongate a rounder one. It works with almost every face shape because it hits at the most universally flattering length. Third, this cut is forgiving. If your stylist cuts it slightly shorter than intended, it still looks great. If it grows out a bit between appointments, it still looks great. It's one of those rare cuts that looks good at every stage of growth. For women over 60, the elegant lob offers something precious options. On days when you want your hair off your face, you can easily pull it back. On days when you want softness around your features, you can wear it down. That versatility is liberating. I recommend asking your stylist for subtle face framing layers to add movement and interest. Keep the ends blunt or slightly textured depending on your hair type. And if you have naturally wavy hair, embrace it. The elegant lob looks stunning with natural texture. This is the cut I recommend for women who feel overwhelmed by choices. It's safe without being boring. It's classic without being dated. And it's flattering on virtually everyone. Your next chapter starts now. There you have it, 7 haircuts that are genuinely transforming how women over 60 look and feel about themselves. Let me recap what we covered. The lifted bob for instant facelifting volume. The feathered frame for soft, age-defying dimension around your face. The modern shag for effortless, youthful energy. The sculpted pixie for bold, liberating confidence. The cascading layers for those who love length with beautiful movement. The textured crop for modern edge and easy styling. And the elegant lob for timeless versatility that flatters everyone. Each of these cuts does something powerful. They work with your current stage of life instead of against it. They embrace the natural changes in your hair while still making you look vibrant, modern, and absolutely beautiful. But here's what I want you to really take away from this video. The right haircut doesn't just change how you look. It changes how you feel. It changes how you carry yourself. It changes how you show up in the world. When you look in the mirror and love what you see, you stand taller. You smile more. You make eye contact. You stop shrinking. You start shining again. That's not vanity. That's reclaiming yourself. So I want you to look back at these 7 cuts and ask yourself, which one spoke to me? Which one made me think, that could be me? Which one made my heart beat just a little faster? Trust that instinct. Save a photo. Bring it to your stylist. Have the conversation. Your next chapter is waiting. And it starts with a single decision to stop hiding and start showing the world who you really are. Now, before you go, I have a favor to ask. If this video helped you, if it gave you inspiration or hope, or just a little excitement about your next salon visit, please hit that subscribe button. We create content every week, specifically for women over 60 who refuse to become invisible. Tips on style, beauty, confidence, and living your most vibrant life at any age. Tap subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And drop a comment below telling me which of these 7 cuts you're considering. I read every single comment and I love connecting with you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. And thank you for reminding me every day why I love doing this. Until next time, stay beautiful, stay confident, and never stop shining.